We're good?
That was 2 cans.
All right.
Two cans. 2 cans.
2 cans, there you go.
There was 2 kilos of Jody Lee for the win.
Okay, everybody ready? Call this meeting to order. Michelle, would you call the roll, please?
Bruce Dickel.
Present.
Dan Schumer.
Present.
Doug Humphrey.
Present.
Dan Verbeck.
Present.
Jody Lee.
Present.
Karen Wilson.
Present.
Mr. Scott, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Hope everybody had a good Labor Day weekend, a lot of activities around Milan. We had good displays. Chuck, are you going to talk to them a little bit? I saw your name on the list to talk about the festival.
Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about that, plus civic civic days.
Okay, just wanted, I was going to say something. So I know Karen worked in that group, and some of us were at the Civic Day out there too. Nice events, recognizing people, and the whole festival, according to Kevin Nolan, went well. We should give him a big thank you for all the work he does for it. Probably wouldn't happen without him. But it was very well run. I didn't hear of any problems. Did you, Chris? Big deal problems? I don't hear things. Nobody got hurt.
Nothing that we couldn't handle.
No, you couldn't handle. Good.
Good
We'll
answer.
leave it at that.
You know, we sat by the bowling alley, and there were cars, parked along the side, whizzing by 40, 50 miles an hour. And that's not the police fault. That's just common sense that people don't have when there's that close a proximity.
Common sense is not
Common,
common.
that's got something kind of lacking along there. Anyway, it was very successful. Betty's Wall did it, was our parade marshal, and I think it's very successful. I think everything went well, and it's very good that we have that group doing it. I had to explain a lot about the drone show. I got other towns call saying, "What did that cost you guys? How do you afford that?" And I said, "Well, we've got a good festival committee that raised the money and got sponsors for it, and so I think there might be some others show up." East Moline called, and
I had several inquiries
Yeah.
about that.
yeah. So I think we were the first.
Kevin's got an opinion about that they should find out their own information.
Yeah.
Like he had to.
All I've told them is about what it costs, because Kevin
Yeah.
told me that, so
Yeah.
they were amazed, but anyway, he's talking about next year. So, anyway, I just want to make a comment about that.
Streets, G&E,
Okay.
water department problem.
Consideration of the meeting minutes of August 18th. Do you have a copy of that put together? And any comments or concerns about any of those? Michelle wrote them up very nicely. If not, everybody's ready?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of August 18, 2025.
Second that motion.
Motion made and seconded for those, to approve those council meetings. Any other comment? Hearing none. Michelle, little voice vote. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you. Administrator's report. Steve?
Well, actually, Mayor, you gave me a segue into what my report is, and that was to kind of quantify a little bit on what the impact is for the community. Obviously, it's a fantastic opportunity to get out on the last major holiday of the summer. It was tremendous from that standpoint, but also the draw into the community is just unbelievable. If you take a look at just specifically the softball complex, basically within the fenced area, I've got the statistics through Saturday night. Sunday isn't available yet. It probably will be tomorrow, and I wanted to be able to give the complete weekend. But just basically through the drone show, there was a total of 8,900 visits by 8,100 individual visitors within basically that softball complex.
You've got that fancy machine.
I've got sources. That's
very good.
And then we also show, where the draws were from, the times of day that were most successful.
That's cool.
And that period from 8 p.m. through 10 p.m. On Saturday night was just phenomenal. But the week's attendance, with some activities on Thursday and Friday, but they're small in comparison to the crowd that was there for Saturday. So nearly 9,000 within the softball complex, and then you look at the lower bowl as well. And remember, this excludes people that were off property. So they were watching from the bowling alley or lined up along 67 or the Beltway. This does not include any of those numbers. It doesn't include any attendance in the Camden Center itself. We're just talking about on the grounds. And on that, the total through Saturday for the 7 days, and again, Sunday through, I'm talking Sunday the week before, Sunday through Wednesday is insignificant. So some attendance Thursday increased a little bit to about, looks like maybe, and I'm just trying to estimate based on the graph here, but it looks like maybe close to 2,000 people on Friday night within the whole park. And then by Saturday, just mushroomed. So the total attendance within the park at 19,700, almost 20,000 visitors, not counting surrounding areas and not counting Sunday. So stay tuned, we'll have Sunday numbers as well. So again, it's very comprehensive. We can see what areas it drew from. It drew widely in the Illinois Quad Cities, and good penetration on into Davenport and Bettendorf as well. So, and of course, the population densities, in the outlying areas aren't as great, but the draw was there as well. So, very, very well attended.
This all comes from your phone. Not that anybody's spying on you,
But they are.
This machine tells you where you are, where you're from, and all that.
This is the service called Placer.ai that the council approved last December. So,
Hope everybody bought something in Milan while they were, well, besides the festival. Hope they stopped at gas stations and IV.
well, there were 20,000 visitors.
How many?
I say 20,000
yeah,
visitors
yeah.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
We used to estimate when we had the fireworks on July 3rd, and, you got people out to the east and the south, all over the place. This is a little more accurate with where people are from, so
Yeah.
it's great. Good deal.
Yep. And it also shows demographic information.
Yeah.
And, I've started the reports down here, the 2 sample reports that I'm talking from. We'll pass it around the horseshoe during the meeting.
You can share that with Kevin and
Yes.
Kevin Nolan, and they'll be interested.
Yep.
Good. Okay, anything else, Steve?
No.
Would there be a motion to approve Steve's presentation?
I'll make a motion to approve the administrator's report.
I'll second. Second, motion made and seconded to approve that report. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thanks, Steve. Inspectors reports. Rob is here, and Bruce, what do you got to say? Tell us about
Yeah,
that.
Rob had a good month, that's for sure, and that's good to see. Of course, everybody knows as summer dwindles down, things slow down, but we'll take them as they come. I'll let Rob have anything he wants to bring up.
Yeah, pretty normal August, busy month. Had 36 permits issued in the month of August. We trained anywhere from new air conditioners, electrical upgrades, roofing, siding.
A lot of roofs.
So, yeah, a lot of roofing, roofs and siding in August. So, and then the permit was issued last month, but we did get started about 3 weeks ago on the new home in Legends, so that one's underway. The Animal Humane Society has got their foundation and
Yeah.
floor in. They got the water and sewer connected, I think it was last week. So that's in, so I would assume any day now they'll start framing that. So progress on that. The new townhomes that are going over at the old Vibrant property, they've pretty much completed the inside of the remodel on the Vibrant building, and now they're working on the addition with the additional offices. That will be the offices for that housing
Yeah.
development. So they're gonna get that done first, and then hopefully, I don't know if it'll be this year yet, to start on the new housing.
You have the final plat in yet, or?
Not yet,
That's what-
so they're still working on that, getting the stamp drawings done and completed, so I would suspect they're getting closer.
Good.
And then just some information, I had a FOIA request for new construction in the village of Milan from 2015 to 2025, and we had 40 new homes in 10 years, 40 new single-family homes built. So
That's good.
That's not
a
bad.
pretty good number for a village our size.
Bettendorf gets about that many a month.
Yeah. So,
They don't
But
have
for
any-
1,600 rooftops that we have, that's good.
That's
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yep, so just some information I found interesting when I looked back through that and pulled that out, so.
On your report here, the first total is like 542, 890. Is that for the year, or what are those numbers?
That is for the month, and that is the value of the project.
Oh, the value.
Completed
Okay.
for this month. So $542,890 is the value of all the permit projects together.
That's good. That's
So,
quite-
and then the
that's a
second
bunch.
number is the permit fees, the $7,015.
Okay, for the month. I've got it now.
Yep.
Thank you for clarifying that. Appreciate it. Okay, any questions, anybody? If not, a motion would be in order.
I'll make a motion to approve the building inspector's report.
Second that.
Motion made, and seconded to approve those reports. Now, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Department head reports. That's why we got these gentlemen in the front row here. So, start at the end. Kevin, how about you? What's going on?
We're doing well. We had a pretty busy month. We wanted to let you guys know that with the EPA inspection that we had, we'll be looking at replacing some of our chemical tanks. And they also have to have containment of some sort. So we may be doing a double wall tank in lieu of a tank to contain if there's any spills. So that'll be kind of ongoing expense. We're putting together pricing on that. So I'll keep you informed as that goes along. Otherwise, I think we're coming along. We're waiting on some repair costs from some of the area fencing companies, and they seem to be pretty outrageous. So we were able to piece together some materials, and the staff repaired the fence on the well forward from that tree damage we had a
Okay.
couple months ago. So that turned out pretty good. Also want to make note that October 13th, which will be the second week in October, we're going to start our flushing, hybrid flushing.
Okay.
And we'll start up there by Camden Center and branch out from there. So
Okay.
just let people be aware of that. I don't know if we'll be able to utilize our system at some point as we go through.
Or
areas.
can we at least put it on Facebook?
Both
Yeah.
Facebook
Yeah.
and the website.
Yeah. And we can maybe have Jeannie put it up on the board too. There at Camden Center.
Yeah, it'd be a good idea. You do that twice a year? I can't remember.
We do it once a year.
Just once, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember, but,
Typically, that's it.
okay. All right, Kevin, anything else? Go ahead.
Just an observation to let the public know the village of Milan is not the only municipality that is going to be updating their water systems. Moline,
Yeah.
as well as East Moline, has been required by the EPA to do these things. So I think there's a misconception out there that Milan dropped the ball. Milan did not drop the
No,
ball.
no.
So just in defense of the council as well as the water department, I just wanted to say that.
Good comments, that's
Yeah.
important. Moline's got one like 100, ours is 36 or 37, theirs is like 136 or something.
Right,
And they're
and
doing,
that's just for water. That's not for sewer, and that's not for recycle, so.
they're doing the same thing we are. They
Yeah.
borrowed the max, and then the rest of it's got to be borne by
Correct.
the user, so.
They are in the exact same spot
Yeah.
that we've been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think theirs is a wastewater treatment plant.
Absolutely. And as they're going, they're finding more issues. So,
Everybody's got the same problem. That's a good point.
yeah.
We'll try to get that word out to people about it, so. Thanks, Gary.
You're welcome.
Kevin, anything else?
Nope, let you guys know.
Okay, Chris, how's everything, please?
Good. Like I say, this weekend overall went pretty well. Saturday, for anybody that was there, I know there were a lot of complaints about traffic control. It was just something that the drone show, and I talked to one of the coordinators for the festival, and she hadn't thought about it either. It was just something that we caught off guard with the amount of people that were there for the
Yeah,
drone
it
show.
was big.
So now, knowing that, if they repeat it next year, we'll just carbon copy what we do for the fireworks and just have the same setup. But like I say, we made it through, the festival made it through, made it
Yeah.
work. People will find their way home eventually, so the traffic gets out of there. Last week, we did make an offer for a new hire. We do have a retirement coming up later this fall. So we did make an offer, and that officer will be starting later. It probably beginning of November. New squad is almost done. Today, we took the old squad to the outfitter. They reused the camera system and the radios. So they're taken out of the old squad, put into the new. So hopefully within a week, we'll have that done. And then we'll have the old one, we'll get rid of that one. And then on my report on the overtime, I kind of want to point out it's extremely low
Yeah.
for the summer. There's going to be a few more hours that didn't get, just because of the holiday, we had to have this in earlier. So there were a few more hours from Saturday from the parade, and Sunday from the fireworks, but nothing like what we've seen in the past during the summer. And I kind of wanted to say that the last couple of years, those numbers have went down, and I think it's because of being able to hire
Yeah.
additional, because we went up one here a couple of years ago. And it had the effect that I was hoping it would. It kind of rounded out everybody, gave us the availability of an additional officer, and
Numbers have been down.
didn't cut way back on the overtime.
They've been down for quite a while. I mean,
Yeah, that's why I
kinda
say
keeping track, and
Yeah.
it's pretty low comparatively.
Yep.
So it
Yep.
does pay off to have the right number of officers.
Yeah. So, that's all I have.
Okay?
Well, this month we kind of been playing catch up with grass cutting. Of course, grass has been growing fast. And normally we did some extra trimming that normally we don't do until closer to the end of the year.
Yeah.
And only do it once, but I think we're not going to get away with that this year. It was just getting tall. We had a few complaints, so we went and mowed that. We've been working on where we're doing the heat and place recycle, which they're tentatively planned for September 22nd to start that. And so we had on one corner on Second and Second, we had replaced 3 catch basins. They were just falling apart. Also, we had one here on 67, which we fixed. And then basically, we had a couple trees, dead trees out by the flower shop that we cut out and just filled the sidewalk in with concrete. They don't seem to live very long underneath that much, so.
Right, yeah.
We filled that in.
They don't, whatever the tree was, or the spot, whatever, they just don't make it very well.
No. And I don't know if the salt has, when you're plowing, has anything to do with that, but it is what it is. So now we've been working on getting that stuff all caught up so that when they get here, we can be out of the way. So this week, we'll start on patching. I went out and painted where I want patches done on the blacktop areas so that they have enough material when they come in. So basically, we're gonna get that ready, and then as soon as we're done with that, we'll get on East Fifth Street.
East Fifth, yeah, okay.
Nice.
I see they started on 280 out here finally.
Yeah, that was starting today.
They're working this morning, they really moved with that picks up the asphalt, grinds it or whatever, and they go in a long ways.
I believe they have to be done by November 1st.
The what has to be done?
Yeah,
Well, that project?
that side. They're only doing
Oh.
the eastbound traffic this year, and then in the spring, they'll do the westbound. coming
That
back.
was the worst part. I've heard people ask about that. And, yeah, it was really rough through there. They were just doing the shoulder today.
Yeah.
But they really moved. I'm amazed how fast that.
It's not gonna take near as long because they're not doing as much on the ditches. Last year, they had to do some regrading on the ditch sides, but they don't have to do that this year, so.
Good.
So
That was
should
good.
move-
That was a rough patch through there. Right,
Yeah,
a
right
lot.
behind Mutual Wheel
Yeah,
is terrible.
yeah, yeah. Okay, thanks, Steve. Jean,
Yes,
what's going on with you?
just keeping busy and finishing up the busy weekend. Did bingo do well? Yes, we did very well. Bingo on Friday night, and then trading card show on Sunday was phenomenal.
The what was it?
They had a
Trading
trading
card.
card show, Atomic Cards in Milan, does a trading card show on Sunday, and it was packed. So
Really?
it was a good weekend, no problems on my end, so.
Yeah, good.
Fireworks were great, people
Okay.
that set them
Yeah.
up were wonderful, so, yeah,
Good-
I
good
thought they
weekend.
were really good.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good, thank you.
Good
Hey,
job.
Go ahead, Dick. Oh, maybe trustees have any questions of any of the department heads?
Debbie, I got a question for you. I heard through the grapevine you might be in need of gas pump. But eventually,
We're struggling to get parts for them. They're getting really old.
Hmm.
I have to, the last part we put in there, the numbers don't line up, so I have to go back and do the math to get the right amount of gallons to work out for everybody.
That's what you love to do, the gas
Otherwise,
pump.
everybody
Yeah.
will be screaming at me because their
so
bills are
just,
so high.
just so everybody knows, police department, fire department, streets, water department. How old do you think the pumps are?
They've been there since I've worked there, and that was 83.
Wow, it's been a long time.
So that's 42 years old,
Yeah,
Now, the tanks aren't quite 20 years old.
okay?
They're double lined. I think we'll be okay with them because, like I said, they're double lined, but the warranty doesn't come up for 20 years. I think we have 2 or 3 more years on them. Do you remember, Steve?
No, I don't.
I know
It's somewhere along there.
So wish list, if you can get us some bids, maybe we can try to work something out.
Yeah. Well, the monitoring system itself is obsolete. It's 2 series behind what's now out, so, and I can't get parts for that either. So unless they have one sitting there, so as long as we don't break the same part over and over again, I
Yeah.
can get parts until we run out of them.
So this was good grapevine information rather than bad like sometimes we get. But yeah, if you could get some bids so the council can look into it.
Absolutely.
How many gallons do we get at a time? How big, I don't know how big the tanks are.
Well, I'm gonna order fuel tomorrow, and we'll be getting about 3,000 gallons of diesel and 5,000 gallons of gas.
Okay.
So we have a 7,000 gallon tank of gas and a 3,200 or 3,500 gallon tank of
Yeah,
diesel.
okay.
Well, maybe it's 4,000.
Yeah,
You can only go 90% of what the tank is
Yeah.
expansion.
yeah, gotta have it. One way or
you can
another.
always put up a clipboard like we had, state, put the gallons down, the price, your initials, right on down the line.
The problem is with the diesel tank, they don't read together, so you got 2 different numbers on it. That's why I have to go back and do the math, because it's about 1.8% less than what it's reading.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Little math, huh?
Which Kevin get really mad if that adds up, because we're all his.
I was gonna say, that could be fun. So
Okay.
thank you.
Anybody, any questions of anybody yet? Hearing none, would there be a motion to approve the department head reports? For a second?
Second.
Motion made and second to approve the department head reports. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Jeannie? Semi-monthly and miscellaneous bills. Doug?
The regular bills for this period are $201,309.90. There's a miscellaneous voucher for $833. That was for that property that we acquired, or voted to acquire last meeting,
Yep.
for a total of $202,142.90. Once again, the big winner is Strand Associates for their professional services on the sewage treatment plant, $128,200. Dell Marketing was for the computers and laptops, I think was for Center and the sewage treatment plant, everybody but police. That's what the bill said. But, for $24,811.82. All tool sales and service for a wheel balancer machine, which we voted on last time, $15,999.
That in yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's coming tomorrow to run through it all.
I ran one of those one summer. I'm gonna come out and see if I remember.
Martin Equipment for cap screw washer charging battery, at $3,845.50, and MVP collision repair for squad car repair, $3,179.08. Are there any others anyone has any questions on?
What happened to the squad car?
Gentleman on a motorized bicycle decided he was gonna disobey a red light and hit my squad when I was on my way home.
Yeah.
You got to take
Of course, he hit the one squad that doesn't have a camera system in it.
Did he get hurt? Did you
No,
Yeah.
he kind of tumbled across the dash. That wasn't me, it was up here at the intersection, 67th and 10th Avenue. There, you can't deny it, I mean, there was a billion people there, because that intersection was busy at that time of day, but.
Nobody
Yeah,
hurt,
that's not
nobody
good.
hurt, right?
No, he wasn't hurt. I think it hurt his pride when I turned my lights on, he realized he hit a squad. Other than
Did he
that,
say, oh boy, now I'm in trouble?
well, he said more than that, but yeah, he realized it was.
And of course, you got those dark squads. I can't keep track of them.
Yeah,
A lot of electric bikes, they have the same rules as cars, right?
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on the wrong side of the street and disobeyed the red light, so.
Okay, did anybody have any questions about the bills?
If there are no other questions, then I would make a motion that we pay our bills in the amount of $202,142.90.
Okay. Motion was made, is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion made and a second to pay those bills. Our creditors will be happy. Michelle, would you call the roll, please?
Dan Schomer.
Yes.
Doug Humphrey.
Yes.
Dan Burbeck.
Yes.
Jody Lee.
Yes.
Karen Wilson.
Yes.
Bruce Stickles.
Yes.
Motion carried. We pay the bills. Thank you, guys. Consideration for camera system upgrade for the Camden Center. Want to talk, Gene, you want to talk to it, or Steve, or what do you want to do?
That would have to be Steve.
Rich Shipper, from our IT, has worked with each of the departments on identifying camera equipment here at Camden Center. Primarily some cameras that, for the most part, aren't functioning well, or the picture quality has gotten so bad that it's just not usable. And he's presented pricing from three sources that he normally goes to. And the low price was actually through Amazon at $5,099.23. And he is recommending that for the purchase.
Amazon. Okay. Question, anybody?
Is
Comments?
this
Anybody?
replacing them all, or?
No, it's two on the front corners and then the back.
The back.
And back has been underneath the canopy, hasn't worked for a long time. I don't think he's touching any of the inside cameras, right? Okay.
Security cameras.
The two in the back do 4, because they have multiple eyes, so. it'd be
Right.
like-
Yeah, and the ones in front are too, is
Yeah.
that there's
Yeah, that-
actually within the same housing,
Yeah.
there are multiple cameras which give a wide angle view. I think he's actually on maybe all the cameras there, is a 360. It's at least a 180, I think it's 360.
Okay.
Are those just to record, or are they actually hooked up to the PD?
They do not alarm to the PD. No, it's one of those things, you go back and look after you have a problem.
Yep, a necessity of the times. Okay, any comments, questions, action to take?
I'll make the motion that we purchase them in the amount of, was it $5,099?
Yeah, 5,099.23. I think it was written as a not to exceed. I lost the page
Okay.
here.
We know the price though. so-
Okay, so not to exceed the 6,000.
I second.
Motion made and seconded to approve the purchase from Amazon. I don't order from Amazon, so I don't know much. Anyways, for the amount of actually $5,099.23, not to exceed 6,000. Okay, a motion was made and seconded, correct? So, roll call, please, Michelle.
Doug Humphrey.
Yes.
Dan Verbeck.
Yeah.
Jody Lee.
Yes.
Karen Wilson.
Yes.
Bruce Stickles.
Yes.
Dan Shulman.
Yes.
Motion carried. We buy the cameras. Go ahead. Consideration to contract with ROI Energy to upgrade lighting at the Camden Center for a cost after rebate not to exceed $14,500. These will be new kinds of lights, LEDs.
Well, and we can talk about this a little bit. Since we remodeled in 2014,
Right.
the lights have been giving us quite a bit of problems. And right now, the ballasts that go with them are obsolete. They won't dim if they do get them, just replace them. And Steve Gibson came out with the gentleman from ROI, is that what it is?
Yeah.
And went over them all and came up with a solution to, they're like ballast-free LEDs, right?
Right.
That they're gonna put in, and right now, I mean, I'm sitting on a lot of lights that are not functioning because they cannot replace the ballast.
Yeah. That's what I've heard from several sources.
Yeah, it's kind of dark in there sometimes.
Yeah.
And
So I've got an email into Tri-City Electric, and they're the ones that returned the email and said, we're trying to find ballast to replace them, we don't know what we can do. They can get the lamps, they just can't get the ballast, and that's what keeps going out.
Right.
So,
That,
You got a timeline on when those start, finish the project?
has to get approved, and then Sean's been working with them through email about, then they'll proceed to, they find a local electrician, is what I understand.
Right, local
to
installer.
hire the work done to do them.
Oh, that's good, because you're gonna have a function, and you're gonna impress people, you gotta have enough light.
I mean, it's kind of
Yes.
bad.
Plus
It
it's a
really
haunted
is.
house.
It's okay at the beginning, but I mean, at the end, when everybody wants the lights out to party and dance, but at the beginning, it's kind of.
Now, those have been in there since the building.
The remodel,
Remodel.
2014.
so this is affecting home usage too. I mean, not just commercial types. Isn't this same kind of problem with the ballast, Steve, that's happening all over?
Well, we've really got a twofold issue right now. It is more expensive to run the fluorescent fixtures. The ballasts are going bad. We're having a problem with sourcing them. And then even when we can have the source, it's a piecemeal replacement. You don't do a ballast at a time. You wait until a lot is out and
That's
then
what
call
I do, yeah.
Tri-City.
So I've got several that I call
Yeah,
them in to come
yeah.
in and do it.
But,
So it's not
just-
all the time.
Just the offset of starting fresh with fixtures that are under warranty, and they take care of the labor, the installation, the whole thing. So the return on investment, which is why the initial is ROI, is up between 5 and 6 years on this. So it will pay for itself. It's through a program. ROI is associated with Mid-America on the rebate program. So that's why the wording on the agenda says after rebate. The company will not bill us out until everything is processed. So it's not that we're going to get a check returned. We'll actually pay the net after the Mid-America rebate.
That's good. Pay the bill when it's.
So it's, I think the total, and I don't recall exactly, but it was about 19,000, I think is. Steve did the legwork on it. I really appreciate that. We also have, we're considering this as kind of a test phase. We have the immediate need at the Camden Center, and then he's also evaluated the other buildings and has a detailed plan for the replacement of the, and we have some of them, like the can lighting. Most of the can lights in this building have been replaced with LED inserts, and he's proposed the rest of them, and then calculated what the return on investment, what the rebate amount would be for all the fixtures. And I think in total, it was about $93,000 citywide after rebate. So if this goes well at the Camden Center, then we'll be back with maybe a phase 2 or a phase 2 and 3.
Sounds like it'd pay off in the long run anyway.
It definitely will. Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, I'll have to work with them because I've got functions going on and they kind of have a time frame, but maybe work with them with the
Yeah,
time frame.
I think, if I recall right, he said that Mid-America requires that they do the work within 2 months of the go-ahead. Yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you. Any comments from the trustees? Questions? Sound like a good program. So would there be a motion to act on this question?
I'll make that motion that we upgrade the Camden Center lighting not to exceed 14.5, is that correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, that's the motion.
Motion?
I'll second.
Second.
Motion made, second to do this job, not to exceed 14.5. Looks like a good program. Should pay off for us. So, let's have a roll call on the question, please, Michelle.
Dan Verbeck.
Yes.
Jody Lee.
Yes.
Karen Wilson.
Yes.
Bruce Stickle.
Yes.
Dan Schomer.
Yes.
Doug Humphrey.
Yes.
Motion carried. And this is good. Okay, that's all the agenda items. Let's go to committee reports. Dan?
I don't have anything.
Okay. Jody?
I don't have anything.
Okay. Karen?
Real quick,
Okay.
I got a tic-tac in the employee water program. If we could please get some information, and then if it's an ordinance form,
Yeah.
if
I haven't looked it up yet.
is anything mentioned in the union contract about,
I know it's not in there.
It is not in the.
okay,
in the
so
regular
that
contract.
we can visit it
Yes, get it done all,
right at another time.
yeah.
But just keep it in mind, board members,
Well,
please.
that could come too when we do the fees that we're gonna be charging with the new
Correct.
program. That can be taken care of then too, or at any other time.
So what's the water fees for them? Is it over a certain amount?
Yes.
It's over a certain amount.
It's over 9,000 gallons
I thought
before
it
it
was
kicks in.
8 or 9, whatever, yeah. We got a
9 to 20,000.
9 to 20.
Yeah.
So you don't even get a discount till you're over 9,000?
Right, yeah, just for the part over.
And it's
It
where
And not
doesn't
many, there are
seem
very
like
few
it's
people
worth
that use
business.
over that
I
much.
can't imagine anybody going over
They
that.
don't.
only if they fill a pool.
I suspect it was put in when somebody had a pool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I won't say
not
who.
high.
I won't say who, but
But we do need, like, if you can look into it. It's, I mean, this goes back probably before you were around,
that far back.
way long time ago.
I was gonna ask you if you remember it, that had to be in the Brunswold area.
No name mentioned.
Yeah.
But,
So,
yeah, okay,
but
okay, good
just
point.
to make sure there's not an ordinance floating
Right.
somewhere.
Right
that
now,
we're
it's called a
unaware.
rate. It's, like Michelle says, billed as a rate, the word rate plus a number.
Yeah, I'm in favor
Just-
of eliminating.
Just
one.
get the whole thing eliminated. That's
But
all we have to
it
do.
has to be an agenda item.
Okay, sounds good. We can
That's
take-
it.
We'll get that, yeah. Good. Okay, Bruce?
No, I don't have anything.
Dan?
Thank you, Karen.
I have nothing.
Nothing? Doug?
No.
Steve?
Nothing.
Okay, we've got 3 people in the audience that now requested speaking, so Betty Bolts.
I just wanted to comment on the fireworks, they were wonderful.
Yeah, good. I thought, I happened to be at the Rock Island when the big boom, what do they call it? And the people I was with and other people around us, we sat up by the flower shop on 67. Everyone said they were better than the red, white, and boom. And I know I'm prejudiced, but they were.
Yeah, I was very.
They really were.
They were good.
They were
I think, I
spectacular.
think they give us a good deal.
Yeah, they really, they were longer,
Yeah.
I think the one in there was maybe 15 minutes, I think ours
20
was
minutes,
close
I
to
timed
20.
it.
Yeah.
I think,
I tell people that, we've done 20 minutes ever since I've been around to do the
Always.
fireworks.
I think I seen a
Since I've been
picture
around 20
on I Love Milan page.
Yeah.
I think
oh,
I
yeah.
seen a picture with the water tower there.
Isn't that
nice.
a good
That would
picture?
be a really good picture to blow up and put somewhere here in this
It
building.
is, it's a really good.
It was
picture.
Or
very good.
even
so-
to have on our webpage.
Something, that was really cool, the
Yeah.
fireworks and the water towers right there.
And they had some displays I've never seen before, certain of the things that came out were different, so, thanks, Betty, thank you. Chuck Henson? Yes, sir.
I think this year's Harvest Festival a resounding success. I do think that the drone show really had a lot to do with that. That's driving Gene crazy because I was getting I spent all the digital and social media covering for the weekend for it, and I forwarded everything to my watch, and it's just lighting up. I was answering questions live, most of it about the drone show. I think I answered over 30, 50 questions or so.
Yeah.
But the biggest important thing I wanted to touch on base was the civic ceremony that we had. I really appreciate everybody that did show up, and hopefully get the word out better for next year.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we're representation, because I think it's good for everybody to associate names and faces and titles, and everybody here deserves a pat on the back, and that's a fantastic opportunity for doing that.
We had a pretty good, fair-sized group there.
Yeah, there
for
was.
that, too.
There was.
More than, anyway, very nice. Karen, do you?
Yeah,
oh, I thought you had a
Chuck,
comment.
did you take our picture, or did the official photographer take our picture? Because it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's on
Of all of
Facebook.
us.
It's on Facebook.
Yeah.
Gene took one, and then, yeah, we had a photographer that did as well.
I appreciate that. It was very nice.
Yeah, it was, and the public that was there watching there, it was really nice to hear all that applause from you guys.
Yeah, it was
You
nice.
definitely deserve it, it's just,
Yeah,
yeah.
very good.
Anyway, I just want to touch that, and then I'm sure we'll be getting some feedback from Kevin and Stephanie
Yeah.
about final numbers and that kind of stuff, and I imagine we'll have a meeting about that as well.
He gave me a rundown. This sounds very good. For 4
Yeah.
years. I lost track. I thought this was the third year, it's the fourth year.
Yes, it is.
So
Yeah.
it's getting bigger every year. And
Yeah.
the organizations get more every year to run their programs, which is, that's what it's all about.
It's interesting, because every year we find out what didn't work, and try to look
Right.
at that and bring something in that may work out better.
Yeah.
I don't know about that stinky cigar shop they had,
I offered to take a nap in there and told him no.
I had some comments about the drone show. They were surprised that there was advertising on there. So I told them, I said, how much this costs? You have to have some help. And there was what, Terrace, Cannabis or whatever, and
Yeah.
who's the other one?
Ego
Ecologistics.
Logics, which is,
Well, that's Kevin. That's Kevin's business. So I explained to them, they were happy with that. And I think Kevin is trying to increase the participation for next year, so maybe it can be a longer show, which costs. And
yeah, very well, you know how expensive it was, Steve, I mean, just like getting one of their retainers, like over 12 grand.
Yeah.
To get the hold for us, yeah.
I explained to a couple mayors this morning, we had a meeting, when they asked me that question, I said, well, they're thinking about going up to about 50,000 worth of it next year. We're not. I just wanted them to panic a little bit and say, we can't afford that much.
Yeah, because those drones, those aren't just like hobbyist drones, those are really good size.
I wanted to go see them where they were on the ground. That would be amazing. Maybe next year we can try
Yeah,
that or something.
they're very much, it was very successful, but I wanted to, just let you guys know that it's appreciable people that did show up,
Yeah,
and next year will be better.
good. Thanks, Chuck.
You're welcome.
Deb Bloom is, for some questions or comments. Deb? Yes, ma'am.
Is there a noise ordinance in Milan?
Well, Chris, we do have some in certain places. You're gonna come forward so we can, would you please come up just so we can hear you better? Kind of.
Well, I think I talk pretty loud.
Okay, well, whatever.
I live at 1912 West Third Street, right across from Village Woods Apartments.
Right,
In April of 2024, a family moved in right across the street from me. Our houses mirror each other. Right away, he's got a stereo system in his car with a subwoofer in it. And for the last 2 years, all I hear, boom,
Boom,
boom. I mean, it goes to your butt. I've had pictures knocked off my wall. The cops has been called up there 6 or 7 times. Every time the cops get called, I get blamed for it, because I'm an easy target. I'm 70 years old, and I've actually been kind of threatened by these people, because they think I'm the only one that's called the cops. I called them once, last September, and they never came when I called them. I came down to talk to a police officer February 2nd. He didn't even ask me my name. I emailed the chief of police, Gene, first. I never got an answer. So, I mean, the noise sets off my Apple Watch. I had a family member ask me if I lived in the ghetto now. I've lived up there since 1983. Can you help? I'm here asking for help.
Well, usually 10 o'clock is the cutoff for noise.
So we can do music all day long?
Well, to a certain extent, I'm
I
not
mean,
talking for the chief.
what's the rules? What's the extent? Because if any of you lived across the street from this, I know you wouldn't have put up with it this long.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
I get blasted out of bed at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm retired. You know,
Okay.
it's enough to shake your house. It's shaking the people around the house. They're all complaining. I invited them all to come down tonight.
Okay. Well, thank you for your concern and making us aware of it. I hear them, but they're usually going by on the street, so.
Well,
The
you-
police are aware of the situation, and that's a police thing. We can't go up and tell them to shut it down, but the police can. I don't know what our ordinances are. We'll have to maybe look through our ordinances. We've had them for other specific purposes, like the quarries and other places, but I don't know what we have for
The
those.
behind me many years ago, I mean, he was warned and warned and warned. And he just kept doing it, and you guys come and towed his car.
Okay. Well, it's a police situation, so they'll have to take action with it, whatever is legally done. Maybe we'll try to update maybe our noise ordinances or whatever we can do.
I mean,
Appreciate it.
You know, I thought about some options. I could set up a stereo system out in my front yard and turn it on. I don't believe two wrongs I don't believe two wrongs make a right.
Okay.
I could actually call an attorney and file a lawsuit. I'm not,
Be a civil lawsuit, which is possible,
I'm not good with that either.
but then you've got, you have to catch them, as the chief will tell you. You've got to hear or see what they're doing, and I don't know I don't know what's been done. So I'll just promise you that we will check into
From what I
it, look at our
understand,
ordinances and
he's
see
been-
what we can go
He's been
from.
threatened with tickets, but I don't think he's been issued one.
I don't know.
And there's been 2 or 3 times that after the wheels have left, within 10 minutes, he's out there doing it again. He's 54 years old. He's not a teenager.
Should know better. I agree. Okay. Thank you very much.
Is there any way I could get a copy of the ordinance and what the decibel level is?
At some point, we could, yeah.
The,
Don't know what we have right now.
The ordinance is online. If you go to our website, there's a link for a code of ordinances. And so whatever we have on the books is accessible that way. I can't quote.
So is
chap-
video acceptable?
Well, I can't quote chapter and verse out of memory, but
I
the
can't
thing
even
I
open
would,
my windows on my front door.
the,
And this guy is so,
Okay.
he sits out in front of my house
Yeah.
and turns it on and then dances in the car seat.
Thank you, Deb. Point's well taken. We'll see where we can go with it from here. Thank you much. Okay, those are all the items on the agenda and on the list of speakers. Anything else for the good of the village? Hearing none, would there be a motion?
I'll make a
We forget-
motion.
Am I forgetting something? Okay. Make a
I'll
motion
make
to
a
adjourn.
motion.
Second to adjourn. Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Stand adjourned.